Hello everyone, I'd like to thank you for watching, and if possible, hit subscribe. The reason I'm recording this video is to kick off the debut of my portion, along with anyone else who's going to join me and who has joined me, in the music aspect of the recovery movement. The thing is, if I listen to the radio or an average rap song, or the average person who's recording a rock or pop song, they don't mention it as explicitly. Drugs and alcohol are saturated in that entire environment, and it is such a shame. It's a pity, really. And as somebody who wants to stay clean and sober, problem-free, I don't want to have to deal with that if I'm listening to music, okay? Now, the other thing is, after speaking with somebody who has been deep in the touring world and has made a lot of money and met many musicians who have done the same, just talking about how, again, saturated that drug and alcohol aspect is in the music industry. And so I'm not gonna do a little acapella freestyle or anything like that right here, but what I am going to do is just read a list of musicians who have died overdosing on drugs and alcohol. The worst part about this list is I was able to capture maybe a seventh of the total list, and that's only of the well-known musicians. What I did, for the sake of my viewers, y'all, is to list only those who I knew, most of them, and so that y'all would know them. All right, especially my millennials out there. So really the first major one that most of us would recognize is Hendrix in 70. Next would be Janis Joplin in the same year, Morrison a year later. Then a couple years down the line, Keith Moon of The Who. And then we have Sid Vicious from the Sex Pistols in 79, Bon Scott of AC/DC in 80, and we're just getting started. We have John Borlam of the Led Zeppelin in 80. Then we have Halil Slovak of the Red Hot Chili Peppers in 88. Next we go to Brent Mailand in 90. Then Def Leppard, Steve Clark in 91. John Thomas of the New York Dolls. Dave Buffin of the Temptations. Those are all in 91. Next we have the one I grieve over the most, which would be Mr. Cobain. Next we have Bradley Newell of Sublime. That's another one that hits me hard. That was in 96. Dee Dee Ramone, another one that hits me hard. That's 02. And Gidget Gain. Looks like I didn't write down his band. But that was in 08. And then the one who a lot of us will recognize and sympathize over, which is Michael Jackson. And next we have Paul Gray of Slipknot in 2010, and then Michael Welsh of Weezer in 11. And then they tried to make her go to rehab. I'm sure she went, but she, Miss Amy Winehouse, God rest her soul. God rest her soul as well, Whitney Houston. And then Prince, who is the most recent. And as I said, this is just a small portion of that entire list. And it's something that we cannot change looking back, but looking forward, I know that we can change this. And so there will be some songs coming up on this channel. We're hoping to release one here in National September Recover Month, which is something that I think needs a lot more attention. So if you are in recovery or an ally of the recovery community, I would appreciate you telling one person today, hey, it is National Recovery Month, as long as you're viewing it in September, of course. We're hoping to release by the 30th, hopefully before. There will be a music video, God willing, higher power willing. With that, I wish you a good day, and you are not alone.